like New Rockford, Carrington, into the northern parts of Stutsman County. Jamestown looks like the rain is kind of knocking on your door. We do have some thunder and some lightning popping up on the map just to the north of Jamestown, maybe about the Buchanan area, just to eyeball it. Extending further out to the southwest is where we've seen a little more scattered development within the past hour and a half. You see that through the southwestern parts of Stutsman County all the way back into Emmons County, North Dakota. The whole line crawls its way to the east as we go throughout this morning, so we'll watch out for rain, thunder, flashes of lightning, even some downpours will be possible into morning drive time. By about lunch, call it 11 o'clock noon, a lot of this round is gone. We'll break in some sunshine. Cloud cover starts to thin out in some spots, but all that's doing is adding new energy to the atmosphere. And then we watch for redevelopment of thunderstorms as we go into the afternoon and the evening hours. Anything between about 2 to 9 p.m. could feature 1.5 inch hail, 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts, and there is even an isolated tornado risk today. Tornado risk is really low. If a spin-up were to happen, it would be weak and brief, but it's worth the mention. Pretty much all of us under a level 1 risk for severe storms today. Eastern North Dakota, the Valley, northwestern Minnesota. Again, we're watching for those through about 9 p.m. tonight. I'll time it all out for you so you can see what it looks like coming up on Futurecast. Rain and thunder, some downpours, some flashes of lightning, rumbles of thunder, but all fairly benign this morning. It's just some good old summertime thunderstorms to start off your Tuesday. Not quite raining in Jamestown just yet, but immediately to your north and out to your west is where we do find some of these new little bubbles that have popped up here within the past hour and a half, getting close to the Jamestown region. I would expect some downpours. You're probably seeing some flashes of lightning when you look to the north and off to the west from the Jamestown area. As we travel further to the north, we start to lose a lot of those reds on the map. Still moderate to even heavy rain, oranges, yellows showing up, but we're losing the thunder and the lightning as this approaches the Cooperstown area, riding along Highway 2 toward Lakota. The rain in Devil's Lake starting to let up a little bit. We have plenty of moderate, steady rainfall from Candu, getting into the very western edge of Cavalier County, close to the Langdon area. We're under a level 1 risk for severe storms. Not this morning. We get a little bit of a break, but then later this afternoon, after a little midday sunshine, some new energy, some new instability in the atmosphere. That's where we'll watch out for 1 inch hail, maybe up to 1.5 inches. That'd be about the size of a ping pong ball, so that's pretty big hail. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts and an isolated tornado risk between about 2 to 9 o'clock tonight. Once we get to about sunset time, 9:20, 9:30, these really start to fade away. Here is your morning line of rain crossing out of North Dakota and into Minnesota through the middle of the morning. Midday now, this morning round that you just saw live on radar is really working its way out. It's on the tail end. We get a little bit of sunshine, temperatures up into the 60s, low 70s, mid 70s in some cases, which is again adding some new energy to the atmosphere. The cold front starts to swing through, the center part of the low drops down to the south and to the southeast, and these new cells bubble up through the afternoon into the evening. Those are the ones that we have to watch out for some severe thunderstorm warnings later today. Wrap around moisture with a few isolated showers into the middle of the day on your Wednesday, starting to clear out from the west to the east late Wednesday, with more sunshine and a quieter day setting up for Thursday. Today's temps coming up with Walk the Dog. And that'll bring in chances for thunderstorms. The pattern gets a little more active late week into the weekend, and especially to start next week, which takes us into the final days of June. You were looking to the west there with that live look outside at Veterans Memorial Bridge, where you could see the sky was a lot grayer. We've got clouds rolling in from the west. Eventually, the first round of rain builds its way in, moving from west to east this morning, wrapping up by about 10, 11 o'clock noon over on the Minnesota side. Then a little break in the action during the middle of the day. We get some sunshine, temps up into the 60s and 70s, and another round of thunderstorms fires late this afternoon into the early evening hours, where hail and gusty winds will be the primary threats of any of those stronger cells. Those fade away with sunset. It's a little low pressure system moving through, so on the backside of that, what we call wraparound moisture, we'll see a few showers linger into your Wednesday. Most of that should clear out on Thursday. I can't rule out a spotty sprinkle on Thursday, especially where we have a partly cloudy versus mostly sunny sky, but overall, Thursday looks like a really nice day. Friday is when we start to watch out for some activity to work its way in. We'll go with scattered showers on Friday, a thunderstorm chance Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, again on Sunday, and again on Monday. Temperatures remain in the 80s and even get close to the upper 80s by the very end of the 10-day forecast, taking us just to a couple of days before the 4th of July. I'll break down today's storm risks for you coming up at the bottom of the hour.